Warning: the witching hour may contain material that can be disturbing to some listeners. Listeners' discretion is advised.
What's up, everybody? Thank you guys for stopping by the stream. My name is I6, and welcome to episode 3 of the Witching Hour. Well, episode 3 of this series. This is the most haunted locations in America. Today we are on Arizona. Now, Arizona is kind of a big thing. I guess there's quite a bit going on in Arizona, and that doesn't surprise me at all. Excuse me. So, and for the sake of kind of stretching things out, I was originally doing the top 5 most haunted locations. I think for play on words, I'm going to go ahead and do the top 6. But if you guys are new here, please be sure to hit the follow button, show some love, guys, and join the haunts, definitely. And if you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Let's jump into it, and we'll see what Arizona has to hold, and we'll kind of give our opinions on things. Alright. Most haunted places in Arizona. The Grand Canyon State. Let's do this. In Arizona, you'll find plenty of creepy noises, not to mention hauntings and paranormal activities guaranteed to give you goosebumps. Travel the state north to south, uncover everything from haunted hotels to ghost walks to ghost towns, and see if you can still sleep with the lights off. I think we could all sleep with the lights off. That's pretty easy, you know what I mean? Number 1, Flagstaff. This website that I'm using is called visitarizona.com/like-a-local/haunted Arizona. So this is where I'm getting my information. So far, everything is said to be true and accurate unless stated otherwise. Flagstaff. Settled sometime in the later half of the 19th century, Flagstaff, about 2 hours north of Phoenix, was a land of lumberjacks, pioneers, railroadmen, and yes, outlaws. Situated near Route 66, of course it is, and near the Grand Canyon, this forest town saw a share of Wild West violence that continues to haunt residents today. Just take a spooky self-guided haunted tour. Self-guided is always questionable. Down alleys and past old buildings in historic downtown Flagstaff. You might catch a glimpse of a shadowy spirit said to haunt the balcony of a theater. That's all it says. I really wish you told me more about which theater. Or spend the night at Hotel Vista, which boasts the numbers of strange happenings courtesy of the resident ghost. One such ghost likes to knock, announcing room services, only to disappear. So there's a ghost in this Vista, this hotel, that knocks on the door, says it's room service, and then books it. What? That would suck. I like room service. This particular prankster was first reported by none other than legendary Western actor John Wayne. The Vista's Cocktail Lounge is a popular Halloween haunt with locals. A few cocktails with you too, you might see a vaporous couple who danced eternally in the lounge, or the bank robber who tried to hide among the crowd in a botched getaway but never got away. Be brave and try specially evening tours of the beautiful mansion, a sprawling 1904 arts and crafts estate and flags that now on Arizona State Park. Popular tours held annually in late October, including ghost stories aplenty. There's daytime delight. For a break from the creepy and crawling, head to the hills of Flagstaff and home. Whatever. We don't care about that shit. We're into the creepy shit. It's just what we do. Jerome, number 2. Today, Jerome is known more for its liquid spirits, in particular its award-winning wine. However, it remains one of Arizona's most famous ghost towns, and hauntings come with the territory after all. It didn't earn its reputation as the wickedest town in the West without reason. During the annual October Jerome Ghost Walk, it has my attention, For one weekend only, you can wander the narrow passageway and steep streets and find costume performers reenacting the shootings, mysteries, and love triangles that mark this former mining town. Can't make it? Book a night at the Jerome Grand Hotel, originally opened as the town's hospital in 1927. I said it before, and I'll say it again. And I'm sure I'll say it again once I get to the next episode and they talk about hospitals. Hospitals and hospitals, churches, cemeteries, stuff like that, I think are really popular things for paranormal activity because the emotions that go through it, whether it's from good to bad to upset, depressing, celebration, mourning, whatever you want to call it. Hospitals are one of the top ones that feels all of those emotions. Because in one room down, you'll have a family celebrating that they just had a baby, and they're celebrating new life and they're happy. And then, right around the hall, there's another family who's mourning the death of their grandparents or something. Anyways, it's a 25-room hotel that has had reports of strange occurrences and occasional sightings, including those of a bearded miner, and a specter since dubbed Cloud, who met his demise on the elevator shaft. One dinner and drinks with more of Jerome's ghost town flavor, enjoy meals at the Haunted Hamburger, followed by the Nightcap, and live music at the Spirit Room, a favorite watering hole where all the spirits are friendly. They really play. I can't say anything because if I had a haunted town, I would definitely play off of things. If I had a haunted town, I would definitely play off of that as well. You know what I mean? Like who doesn't want to? Who doesn't want to go to a place called the Haunted Hamburger? That's awesome. Then it says the daytime delight. We're not worried about that. Location number 3, Prescott. Ghost talk as you walk in Prescott while you learn about the town's ghoulish past. Before Phoenix, Prescott resigned as the capital of Arizona, more specifically, the territorial capital. It still retains much of its New World meets Old World charm, as evident to its Victorian architecture and Whiskey Row Saloon. The Palace Saloon, often said to be Arizona's oldest bar, is bars and saloons. I can imagine those are kind of high activity too, because hideaways, speakeasies, all this shit. It's all done places like that, and the emotions and there's a lot going on in saloons. Often said to be Arizona's oldest bar, is one such Whiskey Row establishment in Prescott's most haunted spots. Multiple ghosts have been spotted here, including one Frank Nevin, who lost his business in a poker game and still haunts the bar, maybe hoping for a chance to get a better hand. The palace's basement briefly even served as a temporary jail, and those who have visited have reported feeling a heavy presence, making it difficult to breathe. During a haunting experience, a weekend walking tour in the historic downtown Prescott, you're likely to visit the palace while you explore the town's spiritual side. The Trost designed in is another. Here it said a young bride abandoned by her husband on her honeymoon in 1928. Again, that's where the emotions come to play. Hanged herself from her balcony room. Perhaps she remains waiting for his return. Now, I understand what they're doing with all these, but I don't really. There's not a lot of evidence pointing towards it, but I guess they are naming a lot of places that, like I said, I feel like they have a lot of possible activity. Hospitals, saloons, um, anything that has some kind of haunted experience, haunted walk kind of thing. I feel like might have some kind of truth to it, but it's hard to say. Oh, dude. Okay. That was 3. Now we're going to do 3 in southern Arizona. The haunted places in southern Arizona. Bisbee. Halloween is one revolving street party. Roving? I don't fucking know. Street party in artsy Bisbee. If you want a costume, you'll fit right into the southern Arizona town. Once a copper mining center, you'd probably be the other 364 days of the year too, if you were being honest. Okay. Not sure where to start your ghostly haunt? Acquaint yourself with Bisbee's past as a mining boom town with the Stop to Queen mine tours. You'll head deep underground into a former copper queen mine with former miners as they navigate the abandoned equipment and explain turn of the century mine operating. This is one tour best avoided by anyone who's claustrophobic. Fair enough. In the evening, join one of old Bisbee. Why did I say Bigsby? Ghost tour numerous offerings, including a walking tour of haunted spots and haunted pub crawls during which the spirits are guaranteed. Along with a share of ghosts, you hear tales of Bisbee's wild history and learn why so many of its former residents still haunt the mountain town. After all the walking, spend the night at Bisbee's haunted hotel, which is a landmark 1902 Copper Queen Hotel. Guests and ghost hunters often try to prowl the upper floors in search of the hotel's resident spirits. All caped gentlemen, a dancing woman, and a young giggling boy. Young giggling people, children are fucking terrifying. I love my children, but they're fucking terrifying. Like, okay, maybe not my children, but children are terrifying. Fuck that shit. If you hear a young giggling child, turn around and get out, because it's probably not a good thing. If you talk to any paranormal investigator, they all say the same thing, or usually demonic or evil spirits will take the form of a child because they believe people find them as innocent. So, yeah. Douglas and Tucson. One more southern Arizona ghost. Have a drink to calm your nerves at the taverns of Gadsden Hotel in Douglas. The hotel, built in 1907, features a magnificent lobby, an Italian marble staircase, not to mention a few living ghosts, including the members of a love triangle. Tucson. Why am I saying that? Tucson. Downtown, Hotel Concourse, built in 1919, is best known for the capture of the notorious Dillinger Gang. Oh, I've heard about them actually. I might actually do an episode on them. Although the gangster John Dillinger isn't one of them, ghosts do seem to roam the hotel, including a woman who smells of roses and a gentleman who peers out the windows of the second floor. I'm skeptical on any of the peering out the window ghosts, because that could be fucking anything. Any sort of reflection, if people see something that they don't quite understand, they automatically assume that it's something spooky. Perhaps ghosts are to be expected here. The hotel offers plenty of reason to linger, from live music to club congress to drinks in the tap room to meals at Cup Cafe. Sounds like I'm almost sponsored by Arizona, which I'm not. I mean, clearly. But I just basically read everyone, like, all the more reason to go in. One final note of caution before you head into the search of Arizona's ghost. Many events and activities are not suitable for young children and have age restrictions. Others might have been canceled this year due to COVID-19. Be sure to call for detail. Okay, well, again, I'm going to do a little bit more research on the next one to see if I could find more actual ghost stories rather than just giving me names of the locations and some nonchalant, oh, I'm trying to sell this to you so you come and visit Arizona. I shouldn't have gone to the Arizona site because I know they're trying to get you to go. So they're making it sound better than what it is. Whether they're making it sound more pleasant than what it could be. It could be something, completely fucking terrifying, but they're making it sound pleasant. That way people want to come in and visit. So with my next one, I think I'm going to do a little bit more research, and I'm going to get things ready so I can tell you guys a little bit more spooky of the stories. And we'll set the mood a little bit. But as of for some of these ghost stories, like I said, the one that I do, half-ass believe is probably the hotel that was originally a hospital. That's a terrible idea. Why would you do that? You get a bunch of people, especially if it's back in the times that it says it was in, you get a bunch of people, dying from shit like tuberculosis or, miner's cough or whatever the fuck it's called. You get all these people dying from all this different shit, then build a hotel where people sleep in the same rooms where all these people died and all these emotions were felt. You're gonna have some kind of residual experience and residual haunting, I suppose you could say. Nothing sounded too crazy like poltergeist or, I guess they say there was a apparition, someone staring out the window. But like I said, any small reflection from the road could look like a person. I mean, if there's a stop sign on the road and a car hits it just right, you look up in the window and you're going to see some kind of light reflection on the window and it's going to look like a person. I was just using that example. It may not be true. But yeah, for the most part, that was the top 6 most haunted locations in Arizona. I believe it was 6. That was the most haunted locations in Arizona. If you guys are interested, I recommend saving some of those and checking them out. Maybe you guys could come onto the podcast and tell me a little bit more about it. I'd love to have some of you guys in. Episode 3 will be on Saturday, or episode 4 will be on Saturday night. Again, thank you guys for stopping by the podcast, The Witching Hour, where we're talking about the most haunted locations in America. This was episode 3, Arizona. If you guys like what you hear, I highly recommend you hit the subscribe button so you can see more and you could be aware when I post more content. Hopefully you'll find some stuff in your state that you did not know. And I will see you guys in the next one. And as always, guys, stay safe.
Warning: the witching hour may contain material that can be disturbing to some listeners. Listeners' discretion is advised.